I live in a lovely residential area. I don't start the car exactly where I live. I let the thing roll down the hill until I'm in the village and then pop it in gear and I'm on my way. I'm Carl Gustav Magnusson, and I drive a 1957 Abarth Zagato 750 GT double bubble Corsa. About 10 years ago, I had a similar car, which I entered into the Mille Miglia 5 times. Moving to the United States, I chose to sell it to a collector in Basel, and then waited until I could find one in the States. I finally found one that it was not only matching numbers, but it was also the Corsa model. About 500 or 600 of the double bubbles were made. Only 21 were Corsas, and you can imagine how many survived from that. Abarth was Austrian-born, moved to Italy, and began his own version of a Fiat derivative known as the Abarth Zagato Double Bubble 750 GT. That came about by buying complete chassis without the body from Fiat, taking the chassis, sending it over to Zagato, who designed and made the aluminum bodies. Then he took the engine and doubled the horsepower and then sold it to people who wanted to primarily race the automobile. Because the body was aluminum, it was half the weight. Because the power now was twice, you actually had a car that had 4 times the performance of the Fiat 600. Abarth was a master in the exhaust system. A perfectly tuned scavenger exhaust system gives an extraordinary sound. The double bubble is based on a standard Fiat 600 chassis, so the interior is just that. Steering is superb. You can go through very tight corners, just as you would with 356 or a 911. Zagato, when he was asked to design the body for Carlo Abarth, put together a study very quickly. So you have this inductive design that was probably done overnight. And some of the best designs we know were rush jobs. And this, of course, is the interesting aspect of style that eludes definition. Completely intuitive, spontaneous. It's filled full of errors, but you can't identify them, because actually errors are maybe a part of that whole spirit. The body style of this thing truly transcends stylistic aspects, except for the 80s box. And it's the 80s box's problem. It's not Zagato's problem. I wouldn't consider selling it for 5 years. I wouldn't want to part with it to someone that says, I have a museum. Why would you have this sort of still life when you can have something that is truly a moving sculpture with all the senses being awakened, from coordination of your own muscles with the various controls, together with the sound and the smell. Those are the type of experiences that you don't quite get when you see a car in a wonderful museum, simply sitting there with a plaque that says 750 GT Corsa.